Alrighty, we are live. So let me clear this. All right. We've already got some folks on the line. Go ahead and type in and let us know where you are calling in from or watching us from. It's one of the things that's so awesome about doing these live events like this is we get people from around the world um, tapping, which is great because, tapping as we clear out what doesn't feel good. We're doing that for the collective whole. Everything's energy. We're all connected, so we are collectively up leveling the planet. So thank you to everyone who is joining us to do that. All right. Uruguay, Florida, Pakistan. Awesome, awesome. Israel. Very cool, very cool. So thank you for joining us for another episode of Tag Team Tapping. Scotland. All right. Very happy to be here with my good friend Tania Prince, one of the founding EFT masters. And I didn't tell Tanya I was going to do this, but I have to do this. Um, this is a picture.
I knew it.
The first time we met in person, and I don't know, is this 2009 or 2011 in London?
I can't remember, but
But
yeah.
we look we're so young. I wish I could find the picture of us with Andy at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, but I couldn't find that one. But yeah, and my son in the background with his mop top. Um, so yeah, so I always ask whoever's coming on the tag team tapping to come up with their with the topic. So Tanya, tell us what we're tapping on today.
We're going to tap on rejection because it's at the root of many problems that people experience in life. So I think to get some kind of movement on that would be tremendous for people.
Yeah, yeah. It's the pain that we hang on to and also that fear of experiencing that pain again that stops us from
Mm.
so many opportunities. We think, wow, I'd really like to go meet some people. I'd like to meet a special person. I'd like to apply for this job, whatever it might be. And it's like, part of our brain going, that could lead to rejection. Let's not do that. Let's stay in our comfort zone and
Yeah,
avoid people altogether because then we can't be rejected. We'll reject ourselves before anyone else has the possibility of doing it.
yeah, and again, for business, difficulty being visible. Yeah,
Yeah,
all of those things, silence when you're doing a presentation, many of those things can be the root rejection,
yeah,
initial rejections we've experienced in life.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the sales call that doesn't lead to something. I was like, I've been rejected again. And
Yeah.
yeah, the joke that you tell in a presentation that gets no laughter. And it's like, there's that rejection again. Not
Tell
that
you,
that's ever happened to me, but
oh.
that's what
Yeah.
I say. Some of these jokes are just for me.
Yeah. Well, Brad, if I tell a joke and if no one was to laugh, I'd do the laughing, so I get beyond it that way by laughing at my own jokes. I'm
You
very
go.
good at that. Mhm.
Yeah, in my former life, when I was a tour guide at Universal Studios Hollywood, and during the training, one of the guys tried telling a joke and it just didn't land, and he said, "Some of these jokes are just for me," and I have used that so many times because there have been so many times where that has been the case.
It's always about the recovery, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
If you're not bothered about it,
Yes.
people appreciate that. They love it, you know.
And that's exactly what we're working on today, the recovery. That's what
Mm.
we're tapping on. So at first, to start off with, I'm going to invite everyone to go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And just following your breath through your body. Just notice what you're feeling physically, what you're feeling emotionally. And allow yourself to see what comes up in there as you think about rejection. Notice what pain you might feel from past rejection. Notice what fear you might feel. Allow yourself to think about those places where you might be holding yourself back, limiting your experience because part of you is saying, yeah, that could lead to rejection and I don't want to go through that. And I'd rather control the situation and miss out than face that possibility. So seeing what you feel physically and emotionally, and allow yourself to be aware of any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that might contribute to that. And keep that in mind because as you're aware of what's going on inside, even though the words that Tanya and might use might not fit exactly, you're still going to be able to clear what's coming up in your body, and so that you can do that recovery. So go ahead and allow yourself to be aware of that stuff. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And Tanya, why don't you start us off with some tapping?
All right, Brad. I like to kind of pre-frame it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stories do teach, but I do like to start off. And education, understanding of why we have problems also is very powerful. There's
Yeah.
a power in the knowing. Yeah. So I'd like to start really by kind of helping our system to begin to release those kind of events from our past, the memories that we've experienced. And I wanted to just point out wherever we're dealing with memory wise, the event's already happened. It is already over. And if you're sat here listening to me right now, you obviously survived it. So we're not dealing with the event itself. We're dealing with the fact that your mind hasn't processed out the memory. Yeah. It hasn't kind of coded it as finished. All right. So when we do the EFT tapping, this is about that, allowing your system to update itself and kind of recognize, yes, those events have happened, but they're over now, and that you're here in this moment. And I would assume, probably, and I might be right on this one, you're probably very safe in this moment. So, with that being said, um, let's start with the tapping round. So, even though I carry these old memories of rejection from my past, I accept that I do that. And I want to accept me anyway. So, even though I'm carrying these old memories, I haven't let them go as yet. And that's okay. And it is okay because I'm going to accept me anyway. So even though I still have those old memories from the past that I haven't let go of yet, what if I can be open to the possibility of allowing myself to heal? Because what if I'm here now in this moment? And what if I'm safe now in this moment? There's old memories from the past that my body and mind is still using to control how I feel now. There's old events from the past where I felt rejected, mhm, that I haven't as yet dealt with and released. Those old events, which are probably from a long time ago, that I might still be holding on to. And that is okay. But what if it's okay now to begin to let those go? What if it is? What if I can? Yeah, I might have thought I needed to hold on to them to be safe. But what if I don't? Because what if I'm here now, in this moment? And what if I am safe in this moment? So, what if it's okay now to begin to release whatever happened in the past that is connected to this rejection? What if it is? And what if I can? Yeah, releasing all those events that are connected to this rejection. Yeah, allowing them to go. Yeah, to let them go. Because what if I am safe now? And what if I might just be pleasantly surprised how things can begin to change now? Yeah. And what if I might? Yeah. What if I might? And that is okay. I don't have to hold on to those events anymore. What if I can just learn from them and use that to keep me safe in my future? I don't have to hold on to that pain. I can learn from those experiences and use that knowledge to keep me safe in my future, choosing to let those events go in the right way for me. Breathe in and breathe out. And just notice how you feel now. You know? All right. So, Brad, you did tap along with me.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Getting the shoulder roll going. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I'm not even, it's cool because I'm not even consciously aware. I didn't have a memory of a particular thing, but it's like when my shoulders are rolled, it's like, oh, there's something there that I hadn't been aware of, which is awesome.
Mhm.
So really great stuff. And folks, feel free to share stuff that's coming up. Bunch more folks from around the world, Vienna, Mexico, Surrey, Siobhan, who was a student of yours, South Carolina, Alberta, Norway, Manchester, England.
Well, I have students in different places. I have them in Norway as well.
That's so funny that the Manchester. My wife and I just saw a revival of Hair, the musical Hair, the other night, where they had sing Manchester, England, England. Um, so yeah, Chicago, Philippines. All right, let's yeah, I'm gonna just jump. I'm gonna piggyback on that. But first, I'll invite folks, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just allow yourself to follow your breath to your body and check in with all those places where you might have been feeling any of that rejection, and see where things are shifting, and also allowing yourself to be aware of what might have been brought up, you might have uncovered. Because when we're tapping, it's often like peeling the layers of the onion. There's stuff that we keep hidden from ourselves. And as we start to tap and feel more safe, our mind goes, okay, you might be ready to remember this. So, seeing what might come up there, some sadness coming up. So take a deep breath, open your eyes. Let's jump in here. Even though there's stuff coming up, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have stuff coming up, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have stuff coming up, because I've given myself permission to look. And I'm seeing some things that I've tried to hide from myself. And that's bringing up some stuff. And even though I've got stuff coming up, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved, because I choose to be that free. All this stuff coming up, all these emotions coming up, and all these fears coming up. All this stuff that I might have been trying to avoid. Painful experiences from the past, where I felt rejected, where I felt that I was told that I wasn't good enough. And that was really painful. And part of me said, let's stuff that away. If we bury it, it won't bother us. Except that it does. So even though it's uncomfortable as it comes up right now, I'm open to the possibility. I can be glad that it's coming up right now. Because now I can process it. All of this old discomfort, all of this old sadness, all of this old anger and resentment, all of this old fear, all of this old embarrassment and humiliation, all of this old shame and guilt, all this stuff that I've tried to keep buried. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that have kept that stuff buried all this time, believing that that was necessary. And I choose to be open to the possibility that now I'm ready. That's why I'm here right now. Part of me says, job well done. We stuffed that away when we needed to. And now we're ready to process it. Now we're ready to heal. As Tania pointed out, I survived it. And I've survived it for long enough to feel safe to process it. and release what no longer is necessary. Release what no longer serves me. And I choose to love and appreciate that part of me that thought that I needed it all this time to protect me from future rejection. If I really let this hurt, I won't step into it again. I might miss out on a lot of opportunities, but at least I'll keep myself safe. I don't need to keep doing that. Allowing myself to feel safe to heal in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and just notice what's going on in there now. See what might be shifting, what might be coming up. There may be thoughts, beliefs, and memories coming up. There may be physical sensations. Hopefully, through these 2 rounds we've already done, you're already feeling lighter, feeling some more freedom. And take a deep breath, open your eyes. Feel free to share in the comments what's going on for you. So, Tania, thoughts, comments, questions? Oh, you're still muted.
Yeah, I just going with what you said there, basically, we wonderfully managed to bury things, but there's a cost to that. Because I said to many of people, if we could bury it and it wouldn't have any cost, why would we want to do anything about it? Let's just keep it buried. But there is a cost. And even if you're not particularly consciously aware of what you buried, it plays out in your behavior, your reactions, etc. And it can seriously hold us back in life. There are many degrees of this problem, but it can seriously hold us back. So, really, bringing it up and clearing it out is a move forward in life, really. So, it may be a little bit painful because emotions are often released at the time, but it's about accepting I feel this way and just tapping through those. That's what my thoughts are there, Brad. You know. Mhm,
Absolutely.
mhm.
Absolutely. Um, yeah, there's a book that I don't know if I still have it. Called Buried Emotions Never Die.
Mm.
And we like to think, oh yeah, no, I can bury that away and not process it, and everything is gonna be fine. And we don't have that. If we had a crystal ball that would show us, yes, but here's what's possible if you didn't bury it and you processed it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, where I go with there is it's surprising how those buried emotions can dictate so many things in our lives. I know someone who, I mean, I think this happens all the time, but because he had all the, I think, rejection emotions basically, it totally dictated what he chose to do as a career in life. So he chose to be a gardener. So he didn't have to speak with people. So he was avoiding all the triggers. And I think we don't always pick up on that. We just think, oh, this is what I like to do, or this is where I want to be. And what we don't realize is that this kind of avoidance thing we're running is dictating to us, really. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it's all going on at this unconscious level,
Mm,
and yeah, and we have no idea. I mean, 80 to 90% of the choices that we make are unconscious,
mhm.
and being run by these programs that are brilliant based on misunderstandings. So I always say self-sabotage is simply misguided self-love. There's a plan. It's like that idea of, and hey, being a gardener is a perfectly valid career if it's done with I just love plants, but if it's done from a place of I just don't like people,
Yes.
then it's then it may not be the healthiest you know. Now
Yeah.
if he has this, you could be a gardener and still be gregarious like your husband. It's
Yes.
like I'm not running from people. I love doing this, and I have this other thing. So we want to not miss out on the opportunities that life has for us.
Yeah. I will share a story though with you, Brad, because I think it relates to this, isn't it? Because I was in show business for 10 years of my life. Another person in that act that we had was my sister. And I remember a conversation later on when we come out of show business, and I said to her, I never wanted to be the one for at the forefront. I was happy to just support you. And and she said the same to me, actually, interestingly enough. And what I realized is that was issue driven.
Yeah.
When you really get into that, oh, right, well, I said that because I didn't want to be at the front because all eyes are on you,
Yeah.
etc. And you realize there's this great understanding of why you do what you do, but you don't necessarily know that at the time. You're thinking, oh,
Yeah.
this is just correct. This is who I am. I'm that person. And then, unfortunately, when you come into our career and you have a deeper understanding of it, it
Yes.
unravels that excuse for you, you know?
Yes. Yeah. It's so funny because we share that in common coming from show business. And, as an actor, you're always trying to figure out the motivation of the character. It's like, man, if I knew back then when I was an actor what I know now from years of doing this and really getting an understanding of human motivations and just always looking at, all kinds of behavior. And I still do this on a regular basis. I'll go and I'll have a snack and I'll go, what was I thinking? What was the motivation that that drove me to have that? Because I didn't really want that, but something was going on saying, you know what, go and have something to eat right now because you
Yeah. Reward yourself.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
My mom came up to visit us, came up yesterday, so she's here with us for a little bit of time. So I went to the grocery store and it's like, oh, I better have some more food in the house. Ooh, that would be nice. Like, you know. Um, and was that for mom or was that for you? Uh,
Mm,
and it is and, as human beings, we are endlessly fascinating,
mm,
you know?
absolutely. The thing is, I try and avoid analyzing everyone around me. So I turn that head off because I
Yes.
want normal relationships. But the thing
Right.
is, you learn to see patterns in life, don't you? And you kind of have an understanding. And I don't always share those patterns with people because it's not my role to do that if it's not in the right context. But
Yes. Yes. People don't appreciate coaching when they're not actually coming to you for coaching.
yes, they don't.
So let's see, we have a couple of comments here. Uh, Great. Esther's feeling more space in her heart area, more relaxed. So there's a lot of shame and guilt and pain from rejection in situations where I felt like I did something wrong,
Mm,
feeling wrong and bad. I thought I'd tapped out all the reasons I thought I was not good enough, but it seems there's still some things coming up. Thank you. Is it one pain and fear, or are there several? One for selling, one for love, one for friends and colleagues? Is it different pains and fears for those different things? From what I see, there's so much crossover,
mm,
you know, whether we're dealing with money issues or relationship issues or health issues, so many times it could be the same painful memory of, something that seems totally unrelated, but our mind will generalize and go, doesn't matter what the area of life is, we're just going to shut things down here and keep it safe and really hedge our bets kind of thing.
yeah. Well, yeah, you talked about money issues, of course, but a lot of people within our profession have a problem type of charging for their services a proper price, and often that can be due to rejection.
Yeah.
As if I only charge a little bit of money, they might not be angry with me or whatever. And I don't necessarily think it works that way, you know? Hmm.
I had that thought this morning. I was thinking, um, it's like, will people who follow me on YouTube reject me if I make even more money? It's like, how much can I make? And then at a certain point, it's like, oh, now he's making too much money, and will they be rejected? It's like, and I hadn't had that quite that thought before. It's like, oh, you can tap on that. It's like there's two choices. I can either limit my income for fear of that kind of rejection, or I can tap away the rejection, the fear of rejection, because
I go the
people are going to
second
reject you
one.
no matter what.
And they will, you know. What I would say is the right people will accept you. And, and I'd also say in my NLP training, they always said if you see someone be successful, what you should do is look at them and think, well, they're successful, then they've proven it's possible.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's window shopping.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
ooh, I didn't realize that was available. I'm
yeah,
having some of that, please. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
So why don't you take us through another round, please?
All right, then I'll look at. I was looking at different have angles to come. There are so many angles, aren't there? Really, Brad.
Endlessly.
Like spoilt for choice on angles, really. But I'll go for this one, releasing the fear of future rejection, because a lot of people are really good at kind of running those scenarios of them being rejected in the future. And of course, if things are coming up for you right now, and you tap along with this, it's what you call borrowing benefits, isn't it? It can collapse
Absolutely.
this down, even if the subject doesn't directly relate to you, you
Yeah.
know. Probably
Yeah.
does relate to most people, but it may not directly relate to what's coming up for you. So, I think we can be brilliant at this, really. This running scary scenarios and terrifying ourselves, basically. It's like running doom in our mind, isn't it? Yeah. So, even though I worry about being rejected again, because I've been rejected in the past, and it was so painful, I accept I feel that way. And I am going to accept me and how I feel anyway. So even though I'm frightened that I might get rejected, so I hold myself back because I don't want to feel that pain. I accept I feel this way and I want to accept me and how I feel. So even though I'm just frightened that I might get rejected because it was so painful in the past, I'm frightened of that happening again. I accept I feel that. And maybe I can become open to the possibility of changing that. Maybe I can. That would be nice. I'm frightened. Yeah, I just worry about being rejected in the future. Yeah, because it was so painful when that happened in the past. I don't want to feel that again. So I try and avoid it. It was just so painful. So I have to hold myself back. Yeah, because I'm frightened of it happening again. Yeah, I'm frightened of experiencing that again because my body still remembers it. So when I think of those times in the past, my body just tenses up. Yeah, yeah. I feel it in my body because my body hasn't let go. So I'm frightened of experiencing that again. Mhm. All that. rejection from the past. And I'm really good at running those imagined scenarios of imagining it all going bad. What if this happens? What if that happens? Yeah, it's just so frightening. And every time I do that, my body reacts. I feel it in my body because the things I imagine are so frightening to me. But what if it's okay now to use that wonderful skill that I have to imagine something different? Yeah. What if it is? And what if I can? Because what if I can begin to imagine things going well? No, I can't do that. No way. Not going to happen. I have to scare myself with it. So I'm safe. It doesn't feel very safe. I don't think that strategy's working. What if I can do this in a different way? What if I can choose to imagine it going well? What if I can do that? That would be different. And it would be different. And I want it. And I wonder, yeah. And I wonder how different that might feel. And I might just be pleasantly surprised at how that can begin to build my confidence. Yeah, I might just be pleasantly surprised how that can help me and keep me more safe in my future. Yeah. Choosing to let go of this fear and choosing to do things in a very different way, in a way that's right for me. Breathe in, breathe out.
Excellent. Ah,
Yeah,
hopefully all of you are feeling a lot of shifts and a lot lighter,
yeah.
um, and a lot more freedom to go out and to really show up in the world and not let that fear stop you. Um, yeah. So yeah, everyone close your eyes, take a deep breath. Yeah, that was so needed. Lots of yawning. Awesome. Yes, yawning is always one of those great signs of energy shifting, feeling lighter for sure. Um, OMG, that was so empowering. Um, uh, really move some stuck energy. Cool, cool. All kinds of great. Excellent. So, folks, go ahead and close your eyes again and take a deep breath. And so, as has come up in some of the comments about the feeling not good enough, and that's usually the button that gets pushed with rejection is rejection means, oh, you're not good enough. So, what I'd like you to do is with your eyes closed, just following your breath through your body, noticing what you feel physically and what you feel emotionally. Imagine looking in a full length mirror. Look at yourself and say, I'm good enough. And notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that feels. 10 being, well, yeah, I'm awesome. And please do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to get curious about that and go, oh, isn't that interesting? Because rejection only hurts if it pushes that button. If we know that we're good enough, if someone rejects us, it's like, all right, not the right person for me. It doesn't, so allowing yourself to be aware of, on a scale of 0 to 10, how strongly you might have a fear that you're not good enough. Notice where you feel that in your body. Notice, what thoughts, beliefs, and memories might contribute to that. Take a deep breath, open your eyes, and let us please disabuse you of this nonsense that you're not good enough. Even though part of me doubts that I'm good enough, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though part of me might doubt that I'm good enough, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though part of me might doubt that I'm good enough, so that when someone seems to reject me, it pushes that not good enough button. And I choose to cut the wires to that button. And even though part of me might doubt that I'm good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to feel that free. All these doubts about being good enough, all these old doubts about being good enough, all these old fears that I'm not good enough. It's all misunderstandings. The truth is, I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of love and respect. And part of me knows that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. If I truly believed I wasn't good enough, I wouldn't give myself this self-care. So I just need to clear up these old misunderstandings and these old feelings of rejection. It only hurts if I think I'm not good enough. When I know that I'm good enough, I can see the truth about rejection. It's just redirection. It's just someone telling me that I might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh no, you're good enough. You should just be somewhere else right now. Like if I walk into the butcher shop and I ask for a loaf of bread, they're going to tell me to go someplace else. And I can choose to feel rejected. I can say, oh, they're telling me I'm not good enough. If I were better, they'd give me a loaf of bread. Ain't going to happen. I am plenty good enough. This just isn't the right place for me right now. They don't have what I'm looking for. And there may have been times in my life where the person who rejected me wasn't evolved enough to recognize that. And they might have said that it's because I'm not good enough. They were wrong. They don't have the authority to determine that. They can say that I'm not right for them. That doesn't mean I'm not good enough. It just means that they're also not right for me. And they're going to save me a lot of time and energy. If I'm looking for a loaf of bread, I am wasting my time in the butcher shop. They are doing me a favor by telling me to leave. Rejection is redirection. I choose to appreciate it. Oh, I shouldn't waste any more time and energy here. And it does not mean that I'm not good enough. Because the truth is, I'm awesome. And I'm allowing myself to know that in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself to notice what that feels like. Maybe imagining that full length mirror again and saying, I'm good enough. And hopefully that feels more true. And, other events may have come up. It's like, but what about this? What about this? These other misunderstandings about why you might have got the impression that you weren't good enough, your misunderstandings or other people's misunderstandings, and allow the rinse repeat as necessary to keep, clearing that up. It's like, oh, that was a misunderstanding. That was a misunderstanding. And just let that continue to shift. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And we'll eventually close out with a guided imagery as I often do. But Tanya, if you want to do another round before we close out. Oh, you're still muted.
Something nice and short, I think, yeah. All right. All right. So yeah. So even though I felt so rejected, what if it's okay now to open to the possibility that I can begin to feel good about me and who I am? Yeah. So even though in the past I felt so rejected, yeah. Well, what if it's okay now to begin to let that go and begin to change those beliefs? Yeah. That maybe I wasn't good enough. Because what if I am good enough? What if I've always been good enough? And what if it's about accepting that now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those rejections from the past, they don't have to define me. Because what if it's okay now to release that, to release it from my body, and release those beliefs connected to that? Especially the belief that I'm not good enough. Yeah, because what if I am good enough? What if I've always been good enough and just didn't realize that? I wonder what it would feel like if I could feel that now, that I am good enough, that I've always been good enough. And what I wonder what it would feel like if I could let go of things that contradict that. Because as Brad said, that's misdirection. At least that's what I think he said. Hopefully I was listening properly. Yeah. What if it's okay now to support myself and to begin to feel good about me? I don't need people to react a certain way for me to choose to feel good about me. I can choose that anyway because I've done really well getting to this moment. But now it's about releasing those things that do not support me in feeling good, in feeling good about me, in feeling good about who I really am. Yeah, because I choose to begin to feel good about the real me. And I might just be pleasantly surprised at how good that feels. Yeah, breathe in, breathe out. And where are we now with that one?
Yeah. Oh, that was lovely. Oh,
you know,
choose to be pleasantly surprised.
I like that kind of statement because, the thing is, sometimes we think change takes a long time. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I've seen the most miraculous things happen so incredibly fast for people, and I just leave my mind open to those very beautiful things that can begin to happen for people in the most wondrous way. And I always say to people at the end of the session, I usually get them to tap on the side of the hand when I do this. And I always say to them, whatever you've experienced now, the mind body system has its own way of clearing things out even more. Yeah. And I don't know when it can begin to do that, whether it's when you're daydreaming, whether it's when you go to bed, whatever. But I do know that it can do that because I've observed that and seen that many times. So the real question is when you can begin to notice that. Yeah. All right. Because when you do notice that, you'll be really fabulous. Feels really good. So I'll finish on that spot there, Brad.
Awesome. Awesome. So fantastic. Thank you so much, Tanya.
Thank you.
And for folks watching, I do have Tanya's information down in the information box, the description box below the video. Check out our website, check out her YouTube channel. Um, and we're going to close out with some guided imagery. And Thea, hopefully the fear that was coming up feels more resolved after that last tapping round. And sometimes that fear that comes up with tapping because part of it says, "Holy cow, all kinds of things are possible now." Like I'm losing some of my protection and setting myself free, and that can there can be that fear of that freedom. It's like, uh-oh, I might actually go out there and as Lily Girl said, tackle the world.
Yeah.
Yikes!
I say it's tap as you go, Brad, isn't it? Tap as you go. As each new obstacle comes, tap as you go.
Absolutely. With each level, and it just keeps getting more and more expanded, and we become more and more free to create the awesome life that we deserve. So awesome. So yeah, we're just about the top of the hour. The guide imagery will go a little bit over the hour. So if you have some place you have to be at the top of the hour, you feel free to jump off the line. But hopefully you'll come back. This will be here at this same link. Um, and come back and enjoy the guide imagery. But if you can hang out for a few more minutes, then please go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Feeling that connection, feeling safe. And with each breath you take in, allow yourself to imagine that you're breathing in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp. Flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. Healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing. And allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Whatever that might look like for you. It might be at the beach, looking out over the ocean. It might be in the mountains. It might be in a garden. You might imagine yourself looking up at a beautiful blue sky, or you might imagine yourself at night looking up at a sky filled with millions of stars. Just experiencing that beauty, that magnificence, that abundance, and remembering that it is here for you as much as anyone else. Not only is it here for you, you are part of it. You are part of this magnificence, this beauty, this abundance, this awesomeness. And allowing yourself to feel that and let that sink in. Part of you already knows it. And any time that you felt rejected in the past and felt pain from that, it's because part of you forgot how awesome you are. Otherwise, you could recognize that that other person just didn't see your awesomeness. So imagine yourself in this beautiful place, whatever it might be that you're seeing, and whether it's, watching a sunset over the ocean or looking at some trees or some flowers, something that you find really beautiful and you recognize this is really awesome. And you can imagine maybe there's some other people there, and maybe someone looks at this same thing you're looking at and they say, yeah, I don't care for that. I don't like that kind of tree. I don't like the beach. And notice that the flower, the tree, the ocean is not going to feel too rejected by that because it knows it's awesome. And you know that it's awesome, so that you can listen to that person say that and you don't then decide, oh, they're right about this. You might think, wow, it's too bad that they're missing out. And it may be okay that they don't like it. That's their opinion. Who knows what's going on for them? But you know that whatever you're looking at, whatever you find awesome, is not defined by this other person's inability to see it as awesome. And the same is true of you. Allowing yourself to remember that you are awesome and somebody else's inability to see that awesomeness does not define you, does not diminish you. And they're welcome to go along their merry way and free up the space for people that can appreciate your awesomeness. Remembering that awesome is not perfect. We're all works in progress. If someone rejects us, we can always look at, is there something that I want to work on? And even when there are things we can improve upon, we're still already awesome. So allowing yourself to be in this beautiful place, looking around at things that you find awesome, allow yourself to remember that you are part of this awesomeness. These things are reflections of your own awesomeness. Just allow yourself to feel that at an even deeper level as we go deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Much more aware of your awesomeness, so that it feels safer to go out and share that awesomeness with the world. Knowing that if someone seems to reject you, that's just their own opinion, their own stuff. It doesn't define you. So that you feel safe sharing your awesomeness with the world because there are people out there who will definitely appreciate it. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well to the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. And welcome back. And again, thank you all so much for joining us. You know, because as you clear that pain from rejection and the fear of rejection, you are far more likely to go out and share your awesomeness with the world. Please and thank you, because you have gifts and talents to share, and the world could really benefit from that. So please don't let pain and fear of rejection stop you from sharing your awesomeness personally, professionally, in any way, shape, or form. Um, please, please add your awesomeness to the collective. Uh, so thank you for that. Thank you again, Tania, for joining me. And we'll be back with more tag team tap in the future. Hopefully, you guys are going to join me for the challenge next week. Tap into gratitude. That's going to be a whole week of live tapping to cultivate feelings of gratitude. And because gratitude is an awesome feeling, and it also has so many benefits and up levels the planet. Everything is energy. We're all connected. So as you allow yourself to feel better, that makes a difference for the collective whole. So thank you for doing that. And with that, we'll say goodbye and love you guys.